than not having it.
Yeah.
In this case, there's no evidence either way.
Yeah. All right, well, you guys want to play some Dungeons and or Doorknobs?
I want to play doorknobs.
I'll turn my computer on.
Why didn't you do this 10 minutes ago when you were in Discord?
That 1 degree
degrees
temperature
it is
gain.
freaking-
I
Dude,
didn't know someone was going to cancel.
at 100 degrees outside, man, I understand. It's too fucking
Well,
hot.
Well, it shut itself off, so I'm assuming that it's...
Hunter, he has an air conditioning unit.
Mm-hmm.
He can keep it cool if he wants to. He just won't put it in the fucking computer room.
Yeah,
I can't
the
pick it up.
place where he spends 80% of his room. You make it sound like you don't have
and-
people that would help you. Like, your dad's
Yeah.
around?
Pick it up.
Yeah, I mean, you also can't drive, and you get rides places. I wonder if you could ask somebody to help you. Tony makes a very good point.
But then I can't sleep in my living room.
Get a second one.
Don't you have a
a
bedroom?
firm,
I'm so confused.
a firm has great financing options. You can get a fucking air conditioner for $15 a month and put it in both rooms.
$15 a month.
Yeah, for like, I don't know, 10 months.
Oh,
12 years?
Yami, you should fucking hang yourself. Like, Jesus Christ.
I don't have any ceiling fans. I still need to buy them.
What?
You can hang yourself from something besides a ceiling fan.
Who said anything about a ceiling fan?
He's hot because he doesn't have a ceiling fan, and I think he should just
Jump
hang
out the
himself from whatever's around.
Jump out the fucking window above your garage. I don't care.
All right, let's doorknobs this shit.
Make sure it's tied to something strong enough to support you.
Last time, when Yami wasn't pissing me off, you
What
guys
was
were...
that?
So before the
point.
game started?
It's true, we were better
couple
friends
years
before
ago?
this campaign started. It's been downhill. Anyways, all right, hold on. Let me sit forward. Let me give this my best shot. I'm going to do my best, guys, for you.
At least somebody is.
Me. When last we gathered around the virtual table, you had decided to make your way into the miasma, the outskirts where it encroached upon the city, where there was an archive that Theodora, not Theodora Rumor, had asked you to retrieve a codex, lexicon. What was the exact words I used, Bailey? A ledger?
Yes, codex.
A
Ledger,
codex.
codex.
She wished for you to
Almanac.
retrieve the archive, a portion of the archives that would help her better understand the history of Shadesmoor. She's raised a lot of concerns about the way this place seems to have sprung up historically, and hopes that these archives will elucidate her on what that mystery is. So you, gathering your crew, have decided to head into the dark. What do you do now, if anything?
Well, since everybody's here, I guess we head out. Unless anyone...
Is crying still a free action?
Free action, yeah.
Yeah. I'll just start crying in preemptively.
It's a queer action.
Got him.
Doesn't even rhyme.
Feelings
Fuck
are love.
off.
I know, yeah, I know.
Kevin,
It
do you
didn't
have
rhyme very well.
inspiration? Because
I
if
don't
you do,
think
get
so.
rid of it.
You better
Nope,
get
I
that
don't.
out. You got like a week left before you.
Oh, wait, a week left before what?
Before it's
Before I
more
die.
or less appropriate, Brian.
Or it's funnier again.
Okay, fair. All right.
Anyway, no, I do not have inspiration.
So here I sit,
Which we say good.
waiting on you. What are you doing?
All right, so we gather everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Did we want to try and get a light?
Oh,
Before we
'cause
head
it's
into
only like a couple hours. It's not like we need to be out there for days and days.
Ideally, it's a couple hours.
Listen, couple hour trip In and out. We'll be back. before
Ah.
you
50-minute
fucking know it.
adventure. 50-minute adventure. Let's go.
It's like the entire plot of
God.
Back to the Future.
I have faith in us. We're good at this shit.
All right, I got
We'll
a
be
crude map
fine.
of where we're going. Okay. Rest, and then the next day we'll go.
All right. You rest. The next day, you head out. As you head into part of the city that has been claimed by the Black, you start to get into thick segments where the lowland seems to collect some of the miasma. It's low and thin enough that it doesn't seem to do you harm, but as you approach the archives, you suspect that some of the miasma might have rolled into its depths like a fog in lowland. Following her directions, you get to a part of the city, old, like much of the other city, built out of proper stone, with little signs of diversity or little accounting for taste or aesthetic architecture. Very industrial. The building stands with very noticeable twinned arches and has a statue in front of it of what looks like a scribe. Your assumption is based on the fact that they wear a scholar's clothing and are scribbling away furiously into a book.
Okay.
I mean, this
think
looks
we're-
right?
Yeah, it looks right. Oh, I assume the project for the armor has not finished yet.
No, it has been 0 business minutes since the last time we
Okay.
played.
Yeah, then we're all good to go in.
I'll approach the door first.
All right. You make your way up to the doors, and you can see, like
I'm
you
gonna poke
feared.
just
Go ahead.
really quick again. We're long rested at this point, correct?
Yeah.
I see like the
We're
last thing
square.
done was long rested. I'm just gonna click that button because I wasn't here. I don't know if I'm gonna get anything back or not. Probably just some hit dice, but
So you
Right.
approach the door.
But-
Go ahead.
yeah. But I was gonna say I approach the door again.
You approach the door 3 times, and therefore it is true. As you reach it, you can see creeping out are thin tendrils of miasma, indicating that there's a presence inside.
I will point that out to the others quietly. Just try to get their attention with
Presence
like
of
a wave.
miasma inside, or a presence of something that is leaking miasma inside.
Technically, both would be true, because both are possible, right? You've seen creatures literally made of the miasma. In this case, it just indicates, for certain, there's something emitting miasma inside, or that's collected it.
Hold my shield in front of my face and draw my sword and get behind the strong boy.
This first moment, I realized you had a shield.
Have
Yeah,
a shield?
got a shield.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Shields are good, okay?
Shields are good, I'm gay, is what I heard.
That's
I'm pretty
because
sure
he
he
said.
said.
You should stop projecting.
Trying to think of some sort of gay joke involving projecting, but
Door, have you ever broken into a library before?
Not one with so little people.
Where are your shoes?
I'm gonna look behind me. Do I see my shoes?
No.
I don't.
You left them in the cave.
Then why did you ask if you knew?
Figured he'd get new ones when he got the new crossbow he has. Sorry. Go on with your question about breaking into libraries.
No, I was just wondering if he seems like somebody that had a misspent youth. I figured he might be able to break into places.
He has a misspent now.
That true, Dor? Did you involve yourself in a bunch of crime? How you spent your many years ago?
Is this now the time to go over this?
That sounds like a decided yes. After you, Cyrus.
Yeah, while we're walking, you can tell us the story.
I will check the door to see if it is unlocked.
I'm unlocked.
My God.
He waited so long for that one. So long.
I mean, seriously, go jump off of a tall building.
This thing
Fucking
will-
Christ.
Bailey, did you use
I mean,
your
you'll just
determinism?
bounce, but still.
Did I use what now?
Did you use your determinism, or do you still have it?
Not yet.
Okay. So Brian and Bailey both have determinism.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
You
determined to
wrestle.
hold on to it to the end of the game.
You wrestle with the complexities of low socioeconomic upbringings, and you stand before a door. Door is face to face with a door.
Do even, yeah.
Door to door.
Ass to ass.
Door dash.
Poop back and forth forever.
I like to aim my gun at my own face.
Free action.
Now line us up and then just aim through all of our temples so you get like 3 with one shot.
Cyrus did question whether the door was locked or not, though.
Yes.
You try the door. It
I do.
does not resist you.
I will attempt to slowly crack it open and peer inside.
Opens cleanly, a little squeak, but otherwise you get a sudden rush of air, like stepping into a moldy room. It has that scent of parchment that is turned with age. Otherwise, it is a darkened space. You have a name. What's your name?
Cyrus.
Little girl. What's your
Oh,
name?
Eva.
No, fuck, I'll get there.
Your?
Nope.
Caller?
Caller.
Get there eventually.
With your dark vision, you can see that the entryway here is arranged with a central pathway leading towards tables facing outward. From the center, it seems to be structured almost at a descending angle. So it looks a lot more like a lecture hall than a typical library. But arranged around the outskirts of the room are numbers of shelves and books. You see discarded pieces of moldy parchment and things like that. As the depth gets deeper, the miasma does get slightly thicker. You think that if you go too deep, you'll be engulfed enough that you'll probably suffer the effects of it.
Yeah, it looks like it was a school at some point or something. But it's going to get bad in there.
Makes sense. Okay, so we're looking for basically probably like an office or a front desk sort of thing. I tell the group.
I'll nod to her. I will draw my weapon and progress in slowly, just keeping an eye peeled for something moving or not in the darkness.
As Eva passes the door, she grabs it and squeaks it 5 more times before following.
I appreciate that.
I squeak it once as I go through.
Turn around. I do it 5 more times.
After
You guys squeaking the door right now?
Yes.
I'm gonna look back at them confused and I'm like,
It's an
I thought we were
OCD
trying
thing.
to be sneaky.
Yeah. Has to have 5 squeaks.
Has to have 6. They did it once, then she needs to follow up with 5.
That makes sense. To you. You proceed into the chambers. The steps take you gradually towards the center and lower. There is a central desk that seems arranged like something you might lecture from, but also maybe that it served as like a reception area.
Good place to start. Let's look for clues.
I'm assuming
So-
it's pretty dark in here. I'll light us up so we got something to see. With
I'll also tinker a light on.
I'm not
Cyros,
gonna look.
your... Go ahead.
I'm not gonna be looking for whatever they're looking for. Just keeping my eyes peeled at the surroundings.
Cyros, you're looking for threats. I'd like for you to make a perception check.
Not very good, but it is dark, so it makes sense.
You see no hint of danger. As the rest of you start to search the desk, you do find pretty obvious signs of an old ledger. It's difficult to make out what a lot of the pages held, but you do have enough of it remaining that you can figure out that it's sorted by location. And it seems like the lecture hall is this top chamber, and that there is another chamber below that has several rooms divided to hold records.
Alright. I will pocket the book and look for any keys as well while we're here.
Make an investigation check.
I will give myself the thing. Guidance. That
So is guidance in this case basically like your OCD kicking in?
Mm-hmm. Gotta check things multiple times.
Yep. It actually makes a lot of sense. I had to rework that spell. Let's see here. You find
27.
2 things. First, you find a small ring of keys. Most of them seem too
Okay.
large to be for... most of them seem too small to be for anything special or fancy. 2 of them seem larger, like they might be for more important doors, or at the very least, stronger doors. Maybe the front doors of the building or something like that.
Yoink. All of them.
Secondly,
Find a mimic book.
oh, I should put a mimic in
Name
real
him
quick.
Ted.
You find one of the tomes around the reception desk where you found the keys is pretty well kept, perhaps sheltered a little bit from the drawer that you found it in. It's titled On the War of Words and the Still Tongue. There is a bookmark to a section of the book. The picture that might have been drawn in here is too illegible to see, but the what is it? What would you call the words that are beneath the picture? The caption? I don't know if I can know. Yeah, the description is quoted. It says, "Where the battle raged, it was not sword or spell that ended the bloodshed, but a whisper, harsher than thunder, soft as peace."
Pocket that. I imagine she brought an empty bag specifically for books.
Yeah, absolutely. You pocket that, and what do the rest of you do?
we see
seeing it-
other doors in the room?
There
Like,
are-
how many other doors?
There are sections where your dark vision and your light catch the back of the building that seem to extend past the wall.
Okay. Appear to be hallways? Or have I misunderstood?
Yes, they are either hallways or other doors. As you get a little bit closer, you see that some lead to what look like storage rooms. One leads back to a stairwell. It's circular and seems to descend further into the black.
Sorry, Hunter, you were going to say something.
I'm gonna move to watch the front door, having not seen anything inside, just till we're ready to move to another room.
Ava, is that what you wanted us to find? We already found. Maybe.
I kind of flipped through it a little bit.
There are some captions, more descriptions, images that are too difficult, too rotted to see. There seems to be a few chapters on various aspects of this war. Nothing that looks like a valid historical record for the place.
I shake my head. Nah, it's probably going to be somewhere in the archive desk or office.
Then I guess we gotta go in. And saying that, he goes in towards the dark.
Do all of you go in towards the dark?
Yeah.
As everyone starts progressing, I will move in to follow. I'll take the lead
Good.
again if they prefer. I know some people don't like being in the front.
Whoever has dark vision, I'm going to put my hand on their shoulder and I'm going to be behind them.
It's really high up.
There's light. You can see.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Keller, he's touching you.
Can you reach his shoulder?
It's more like around the hip.
Maybe. Real
You
close.
descend into the darkness. Your light keeps the miasma at bay, but it is less effective. You feel the effects of it as it washes over you. You're not as sensitive to it as you were the first time you arrived. Something that everyone warned you about the first time is usually the worst. But it still chokes you with that acrid scent and chills and causes your skin to tingle like it's been exposed to acid. You have a coughing fit or two and descend further into the dark. After about 30 steps, you find yourself at the base of the next story. As you reach the bottom landing, you hear the unmistakable sound of the door above creaking. It creaks once, and then 5 more times.
I raise my hands like that was me.
Sigh. Like, there. Was it actually Ava?
I've been here the whole time!
Just checking. I mean, investigate the room, you know? When. Tentatively.
I can try to do some detect magic if folks give me a bit.
At the base of the stairs here, you see a hallway that descends into the darkness, the edge of your light and your dark vision. There are 4 rooms, 2 to the left and 2 to the right, that have iron bars over them. They are makeshift portcullises designed clearly to keep whatever is inside safe.
looks like it's a jail. Perfect. Put Thor in one of these rooms.
No jail.
It's more about keeping people out.
I mean, keeping him in, keeping him out. What's the difference?
Well, one is in, the other is out.
No, but from a practical level.
It's the exact opposite, practically.
Conceptually, yes, but we've stuck him in a room. We're keeping people out of there. We're also keeping him in there. We know it. Saying in this case, it's the same thing. I believe.
Are there locks on these? I assume.
They do indeed have locks.
I'll try some of the keys just to see.
As you make your way to the locks, you do find that one of the keys seems to fit the four of them.
Oh, it fits all of them?
Yes.
Alright, I will unlock them, but just leave it at that for now.
The four gates unlock. And you leave it at that for now.
Can we see what's inside them? Or are
Inside
they like
each
much bigger rooms?
each looks like they have, at some point in time, served to have bookshelves lining the walls. One appears to possess a number of scroll cases. It looks fairly barren, ransacked. Only a handful of scroll cases remain. Most of them on the floor are opened and scattered. Another one seems to hold various scrolls and ledgers. Another seems to have books and tomes. And you can see a chest for essentially the tools that you use to bind books and things like that. The last looks almost entirely empty. And rather than having bookshelves, it looks like these were probably weapon and armor racks. The rooms are only each about 15 by 15 feet, so they're not massive. It looks like these were much smaller portions of the larger collection that the archive might have held.
Well, we are looking for a book, so have a look, see if it looks like there's any, I don't know, any wires connected to the door or whatever, some sort of trap, and then if not, I'll go in.
Well, if Avo did want to take the couple minutes and check for magic, it might not be a terrible idea, so things don't self-destruct.
Wait,
Yeah, I
you're,
can do
you're
that.
right. I'm being a bit hasty here. My mistake.
Huh.
Completely forgot you said that. My bad.
I rummage in my bag and take out a few things, including some goggles. And I start, working on little apparatus that I'm trying to attach and stuff, aka doing the ritual for the spell. And then put on the goggles once time is up.
Yeah, I assume when you put them on, they make the sound that the night vision goggles, like in Sam Fisher's, make. You finish the ritual. You do catch some magical energy emanating from the room with the scroll cases.
I'll go and start pointing things out.
You find... Hold on, this is from a really long time ago. I gotta find this.
Word kill.
Yes! I shoved that
itself.
into my gun.
Yeah, it's been a really long time.
Do you want to just get back to us on that?
Nope.
Okay.
This is Yami's fault.
I agree.
Blame Edward.
Sounds fair.
Bullshit.
Guys have that rehearsed? That was so clean. Where's Yanni? Why is this so difficult to find? All right. I'm searching for the wrong keyword. You find it's going to be here any second now.
Mhm.
Three spell scrolls that are magical.
Oh shit.
I'm just going to post them because I assume you're going to try to identify them.
Sure.
Fucking enjoy yourselves.
Fuck is Alep?
Wait. I don't know why it did that.
I'm scared.
Shouldn't be.
Uh-huh.
Yoink. For no apparent reason.
Foundry is so stupid. I will never use this program again. It's fucking retarded.
Really? I keep thinking about trying to use it instead of my old one.
Hey, by all means, try it. It's really overhyped. Like,
That's unfortunate.
add 50 steps to everything you want to do, and then some things just do things that you can't possibly predict until it happens. Anyways.
Fuck is Nathair's Mischief? Never heard of that.
I'm going to go into the room of books and tones and start peeking around. Not only looking for the codex, but also looking for any local theology.
Chances of the codex being in here are very slim.
I'm gonna play Big Brother to whatever Ava is doing. Just watch her be in the room, keeping an eye out.
I am touching everything. Seeing if
I don't
it's
care.
magic.
That's a you thing. I don't do the magic thing. I'm just here to make sure nothing bites you while you're doing it.
Yeah, I'm just going around with my goggles and hands out in front of me. Touchy, touchy, touchy.
You take a look around, Kaller. Make an investigation check.
I almost rolled. I'm not Keller.
That's not me.
Why would I want a 7 when I can have a 6, really?
You take a look around. You don't find anything that obviously represents lore of this place. You do find a collection of what looks like maybe historical records of cities that exist in this realm. And one of them is unusual because you've heard the name before. You've heard the people mention this place as Soulsborn. That's wrong.
Soulsborn.
Nope. Didn't say that.
Okay.
As Soulmire. And when you've heard it used, it sounded like it was describing like the name of this place. But what you're reading here, it seems like maybe it's describing the name of another city.
Does this book look like it's in any condition to travel?
Yeah, the books here are not in great condition. You think you'll have to be ginger with it, but it's probably safe enough to carry out.
Then I will gingerly tuck it away.
Which book was that again?
He finds a book that details, looks like a census record of various cities in this place.
Alright, cool.
Well, I guess continue looking through the other two rooms just to be thorough.
All right. You make your way into a couple of other rooms, taking a look around. You find 2 more pings on your awareness with your senses.
I point.
Give me one moment. Control F doesn't work so great when you use the same word 26 times in a document. Inside this room, you find another scroll case. Unlike the others that were discarded and kind of feel like maybe only the most useless ones were left behind, this one seems hidden behind the bookcase. Your senses are strong enough to ping it out, and you retrieve it. This one has a scroll of dream in it.
Scroll of Dream?
Scroll of dream.
What level spell is that?
Gonna say 6, but let me double check. 5th.
Okay.
Additionally, you find what looks like a surprisingly well kept. Man, I used to know this. Any of you ever play musical instruments?
Yep.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Do you remember there was like little devices that would hold your sheet music?
A music
Like a
stand?
stand?
Yeah.
Not like for you
Stand.
to, not like for you to read it while playing it, but like to carry it around with you and preserve it. But you find a protected cubby.
Manila folder?
They don't have manila envelopes. You find a protected cubby that has within it what looks like sheet music. When you take a look at the words, you can... Well, sorry. The sheet music itself is unusual because it seems like they went to very deliberate care to make sure it would be preserved. But when you look at it, the music doesn't look like what you've seen. And your character may or may not know any instruments, do they?
Nope.
Mm-mm.
You've probably
Not
seen
musical.
sheet music of some kind, but these look different. Like the format is wrong. And it looks like it's written in a language that you don't understand. But it does ping as magical.
I'll take that.
I'm sorry, Tony, this was another scroll?
Sheet music
This
Sheet
is
in
music,
a
right.
folder.
in a manila envelope.
My...
think Kevin might be taking notes to try to keep up with Bailey.
Oh, I'm just still kind of sick.
That seems like a choice.
So I'm retarded. Oh, it's the head sick that's a choice. Depression isn't real, haha.
So, what do you guys do now?
I think
Have we
that's all
checked
the-
all of the rooms? Sorry.
Oh, not fine.
You have checked these
Just-
4 rooms. The hallway descends further.
We must go deeper.
Maybe.
And I have to go feed my dog, but I'm listening.
I'll take point if we move towards more rooms.
Yeah.
Okay, we will move towards more room.
You venture further down the hallway as your light and dark vision finally gives you... Sorry, give me 1 second. Just make sure this is done right. Finally gives you a view into the next room. You see this one has what looks like a reception area. Various stone walls and hallways that look almost labyrinthian, seeing them from just the outside. Bookshelves, various benches, all of which rotted, lying down in various states of disrepair. And you see a thick welling of miasma that blankets the room's surfaces. Going to place you all on a map.
Uh-oh.
Have a
But
look.
just for like visual things, not for combat, right?
Yeah.
Cool, 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 cool.
Totes my goats. Door.
I prefer my goats untoted.
I'll let you know when you have voting
I
rights.
hate a toted goat.
It's always funny seeing all of you in the dark, and then Caller's just like, I don't have this problem. Good job, Caller.
Yeah.
Made the right
Just
choice
'cause he
being
took
able
a
to see
meta
things.
class.
Oh, Kiwachi.
Fucking hate it here.
Snooty booty.
We do have lights.
Then you should have light.
Remember? So that's the wrong one.
Very spooky
Oh.
music.
Oh, it's not that spooky. Don't let the music fool you.
I pulled out 2 birds by accident. Can you mark one? I cannot seem to.
Just mark the bird.
He really wants to, so,
Thank you.
I mean...
I think it's very safe in here, guys. So, just go with reckless abandon.
As is tradition.
Well, if you insist. Kidding. Also, is my volume okay today?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, since when?
No,
What do you mean no, Yami?
it's fine.
No. What do you mean no? You piece of shit. Contrarian
French.
bitch.
I like how you emphasize the
French.
cunt and contrarian.
Said friendship.
Oh, friendship. I mean, French wouldn't have been wrong either. I mean, wrong, Kevin, but are we really all that different?
Peak.
Reset the music.
Table of books. What is upon it?
Most of them are old and scattered to time and loss. You do find one that has a scrip of paper that's put into it that says, as I scroll down, careful about moving too far while I'm narrating. Like, you'll get caught up.
And when you started talking, I stopped moving.
Appreciate you. I don't know who was moving. I just said it as a general warning. You see, scribbled on a note in the margins of one of these decaying books, it says, even the loudest voice quiets before the librarian's wrath. Silence is golden and sharp when shouted by that, and then it looks like an expletive that has been lost to time.
I hold it up to my brother.
You will read it and make note of it.
I was just like, listen to this bullshit. Being quiet is dumb.
Clang, clang, clang. Behind me for Yami.
How did the music get loud again?
Because you
Okay, so
clear
this is
your
correct.
cookies every fucking time you close your browser. You
No,
clear
every-
everything. Like some
every time it's
autistic fuck.
It's been 30
Every time
seconds.
it's a new track, it gets really loud again.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Mine does not.
Are
Kind
you
of hold up
adjusting
a
the
finger
volume
for the
settings
dwarves.
on the song rather than on the settings?
I think that is what maybe I've been doing.
Yeah, so you want to go user volume controls, turn the music down there, not on the individual track.
I see.
Yeah.
I see what the issue has been.
Yeah, that makes sense then. None of y'all can read.
I tried to wave the dwarves over.
It's fine when Cyrus does it. It's not okay when Yami does it.
I've never been on this thing before.
Tony, I couldn't be more in agreement with you. 3,000 hours in Path of Exile, and he's still... Never mind.
Point down southerly and ask them if they see the light down there.
You see, in fact, a flickering light like a torch.
I turn off my light.
I can't see
I
shit
can't
now.
see shit. Up, by
It's in the
southerly,
north
did
as
you
well.
mean north? Oh, as well.
Oh, both. Both.
Oh, you're right. Hey, I do. Not terribly sneaky. Do you want to go have a closer look?
I'm not very sneaky either. Should I go get the other two?
Maybe. They're all... I
I
can't
think
see
that is a
shit.
yes, because you're a woman and don't make decisions.
I feel like I have made a lot of
Oi.
decisions in this campaign.
Oi!
What? Who? What? Oh, hi.
There are lights coming from up there.
Okay,
Looks
I
like a
found a
torch.
note talking about a very angry librarian, so I imagine that may have fueled nightmares, and we're gonna have an angry librarian in here.
There
I
are
showed the
worse
note.
things.
Librarians can be
I-
intimidating.
I had the note for a couple seconds there, at least, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna... We should be quiet.
Okay, right.
As you are having this discussion, Door, you see the lights seem to move further away.
Our light or the other light?
The lights that he was watching.
You say
Oh.
door, did you mean Bior?
By Door, I did in fact mean Bior.
Okay.
Oh, the same name, so it makes sense.
Same person.
Pretty much the same person.
Yeah.
Pretty close. Same name in real life, fucking almost the same name in this. Christ, we're not imaginative. They're moving!
What's moving?
Lights!
Oh.
Turn,
You
turn,
guys-
turn yours off.
Are whispering.
Oh.
Are you sneaking?
Gotta try. I'm gonna trip on
Yes.
everything because I can't see.
So that's a 5.
I trip a lot.
Where the coughing's gonna happen from time to time.
The stones around you serve as obstacles to navigate as you work your way through the darkness, and as a particularly loud one comes clattering off of a small pile, you hear the sounds of... It's difficult to describe. You hear the sounds of bone grinding, and the torchlight to the north and the south starts to move slowly closer.
Uh-oh.
It's coming, it's coming, it's coming.
Oh god. I try and scoot back and hide in that room that I was in.
Yeah, I'm gonna back here, and I don't know if I should turn the light on or not. But
And Dor, you're
also-
just gonna die?
Can't see anything. No light.
I'm gonna hide in the corner of this room. My shadow's gonna do something else. He's gonna go over here.
Tony, I don't know if
Dor-
I'm stepping on anybody or anything, but
Dor begins doing
Grab him by the
circles.
fucking collar like a fucking child and bring him over here.
oh, I can't see anything. I'm just gonna stand still, like
If I can't see it, it can't see me.
Standing still.
fucking.
I tried to grab him, but there.
He's
oh,
just
no.
won't give up.
Yep.
He's so
Some
stubborn.
people want to die.
You
And some
get
people should just let them.
hauled
Yeah.
into a room. As you wait in these rooms to the north and the south, you hear the sound of that grinding bone on bone, like almost like a windmill or a grain mill, rather. It creeps very slowly closer. And a long, tense moment passes. You slowly hear it receding. Dor and Kaller, from where you are, you see that a source of light approaches from the south.
Stay here for a sec. Alright, it came up real close, like, and then went away. I think it's drawn by noise, so good luck, us.
There's another room up here. I didn't get to look at.
There's a lot of rooms.
Okay.
We're gonna have to
I don't know
deal
where
with whatever
anyone
this
is, or if I can hear them. Like,
I'm in the room that we were in.
Yeah,
okay,
I'm a
so
relight.
alive.
You'll get so toasted, broski.
Hey, we all
Oh,
went
we all
in.
are.
Man, look at
Except
us.
for Door. Where's Door?
Oh, fuck, who knows?
Oh, over there.
Someone grabbed me.
I like how you
Alright.
had to go back and grab him once the lights were on.
Yep.
Yeah, you know, when he could see where he was going. Yummy, I fucking hate you. Well, if they're drawn by noise, perhaps we can set up an ambush.
Well, we don't even know what it is.
No, but I'd much rather get the jump on them than them get the jump on us, even if we don't attack them.
I guess.
We just scare them, there's no harm done. Unless they're old, I suppose.
Hey, boss.
Oh shit, I'm boss, aren't I?
You are.
I'll look over to you.
I didn't get a good look at it, but we're gonna have to deal with this if we want to get farther in here. What do you want to do?
Do we have any means to prepare an ambush?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
I mean,
Do we
yes.
get, like, a bunch
Okay,
of rocks and stuff. And like I got this bag, and I just need a rope.
I can just create a sound far away.
Also that.
And there are at least 2. There were lights coming from both north and south in the beginning. And there's more light up there.
As you are discussing this, you hear very faintly, very quietly, coming from the rafters above you.
Door shut up.
I'll look up in direction of the noise.
Your light just barely catches on the rafters above. Make a perception check.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. You looking too, Caller?
Yeah. I said I looked up at almost the same time he did.
Uh,
And in a more
I
bitchy
said
voice.
louder, so it was I did it first. Or better, either one.
You did do it better.
Cyro-
That's true.
Cyros, you have disadvantage because it gets towards the edge of darkness.
Fuck,
Yeah.
he does it better.
And you see... Jesus Christ, that's a big-ass cat. And it scampers away into the darkness. Caller, your vision, your dark vision picks up where the torchlight or the lantern light or whatever you guys are using ends. You see there is a hunched creature the size of a large house cat with a very large green eye and a spiky bottom. A spiky backside.
Spiky ass.
Same thing.
Don't slap that ass.
It's a very small cyclops.
What?
No, that's
An
door.
ogre?
Was that the Hank Hill? Whoa! But with your accent.
No, wasn't intended to be. I wish it was. Whoa!
Oh, it's worse now.
Pretty fun.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Worse because I tried.
I just kind of like try to point to where it is.
Last there is
Very
nothing I can
small
do.
cyclops.
I don't think they make them small, do they?
I think they do
must be
here.
children at some point.
Yeah.
Maybe right. Does sound like a bit of a nightmare. Oh, what do we do? I don't see it.
I wave at it.
You wave towards the rafters.
I do a history check on very small cyclopses.
Sure. This would be more like a... fucking all out history. You've not heard of very small cyclopses. Cyclopses are perhaps as uniquely known for their large single eye as they are for their sort of colossal nature.
Actually, I think it's cyclopes. It's the plural.
If that turns out to be true, I'm going to be upset.
It doesn't sound right, but I really have no basis to argue with it.
When referring to the mythological creature, the plural of cyclops is usually cyclopes.
God, I hate that.
I'm calling it cyclopen.
Cyclopses.
Although sometimes cyclopses, which follows English plural convention, is also used.
I don't like that anymore.
Yeah. I say we burn the place down.
Cyclops.
I'm going cyclopen.
Cyclopakin.
The Cyclopean tubes.
Yep. Well, I don't know what the fuck it is. It has one eye. But I don't know anything else that has one eye. Except fucking Cyclops. It's a small fucking Cyclops.
Might I
I-
do a thinky thought on his terrible description?
It's got one big green fucking eye and it's laughing at us. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't think you're wrong. I'm pretty sure any creature with one eye is a Cyclops. Like, I think that is also true.
I understand we're a library, but is this really the discussion we need to be having right now?
I'm gonna just shoot into the rafters. A little minor illusion. And you know those fucking stones in like Dark Souls or Elden Ring that you could throw on the ground and it makes a sound? She was like, oh, whoa!
Oh, I love those things.
Yeah.
So you.
But it's not
you're
going to
doing
be.
a
It's gonna
prattling
be.
Pete.
Yes, that's what it is.
You know
Prattling
what's
Pete.
also crazy? I know exactly what you're talking about, and I've never played those games because they're also in Conan.
Very good.
You're beautiful.
My favorite one is the one that just screams. Ah! That's all it is.
I'm doing that one.
Anyway, it's going to be. I'm going to do it in this direction, so it's not right next to us.
How loud are you being?
Whoa! About that loud.
Yeah, push past and go to the.
Make
I'll let her pass.
a
And hide out.
D100 check.
Boy.
I just want to hide right here. Let me hide.
Hi, kitty cat.
What the f... 2? Why did it roll 2? So the first one was 58. I clicked the fucking button once.
You're the 50
Roll.
and the 99. That sucks.
Yeah, so we got a 58.
A moment passes, and then scaling down the side of the wall is a creature. You see now that it's much larger than a house cat as the light seems to... as the darkness seems to minimize its shape. It's actually probably the size of maybe a halfling. When it reaches towards about the head height for you, it is a dark and gray-skinned creature with aberrant spikes that stick out of its back, a maw of sharp teeth, and a single large green eye that pulses in the light. And it snickers. Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Well, hello there. It's very nice to meet you. What do you call yourself?
If you could shut up, that'd be great.
Shh. You're loud. You're loud.
What do you call yourself?
This one is Nixel.
It's very nice to meet you. I'm Bjorn. Does it have hands?
It does. It has these claw-like hands and feet, which it's using to grip the wall as it climbs.
Okay, I will not hold out my hand to shake its hand then. Do you live here?
I live here. I died here. You are here now. Did you come for knowledge?
Yes. Essentially, that's correct.
Oh, this is a place of great knowledge. You will be satisfied.
Well, that's very good to hear. In fact, we were wondering if perhaps you might know where something is in here, seeing as you live here.
much. I would always know more if it was allowed, but I do know much.
Ava, could you go ahead and describe the book?
Okay, I don't know the physical appearance of it, but it's a book of the archives itself, stating what is in the archive.
I expect it is in the forbidden section, towards the rear of the archive, under the most guard.
What exactly makes it forbidden?
Oh, there are many things. Some powerful, dangerous. Others just not prone to being handed out for free.
Yeah, I'm going to get to the meat of this. What is guarding it?
There were many of us once. Some chose to stick to their post, to guard the secrets until they were evacuated. Some did not choose to stay. Those that did stay, they stay still. They stay forever.
Is there a way to get around them without violence?
Of course. They were not to be guarded for all eternal. Only until proper custodians came. Would you be those custodians?
What does that entail? Then I'll be able to answer you correctly.
You wish to take the knowledge. You wish to care for it.
We're taking it to somebody who's going to do this, yes.
I don't
I'd say that accurately. No, I'd say that accurately describes exactly what we're doing. We're trying to preserve this knowledge for all time.
I don't believe they know or care if you are shepherd or custodian. You must play by their rules.
You happen to know what those are?
Of course. I would be a bad scribe if I did not know the rules of the library.
Alright, could you share them with us?
Of course. The most important rules of the library. You must be quiet.
Eh?
Oh, I see you see through. You know there is more. I will give you the truth. For a price.
What price would that be?
I like secrets. I would have them from you. One each. One delicious secret. Give me your truth, and I will give you mine.
Oh, right, would like to share first? Or is everyone alright with paying that? Seems a fair price, right?
I don't know, are you Faye? Squint at it.
No, not fair. Just
Do you have another plan?
I haven't heard you start talking yet.
What? That's true, but I'm willing to pay it. I'm checking with all of you before we start paying him.
I don't want to be the only one that pulls his pants down here.
Yeah, I'm not going to be the only guy who pisses his pants just because somebody said it was cool to do so.
I'm gonna say 1-to-1 should be a fair price.
Yeah, see.
I go up to Bior and be like, all right, go for it.
Because all of us giving you a secret for one of your secrets, and that's not fair.
Oh, but what if I told you I've already given you the answer?
I hold up the piece of paper. This?
Oh, no, I spoke the words.
He said we have to be quiet, and that we have to let the custodians somehow.
Do we pretend like we just work here then?
The creature smiles at you.
No, we don't pretend we work here. We work here.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not wearing shoes, so I'm quiet.
And you're happy with just going ahead with that? Well, alright. How about this, Nixel? I'll share my secret with you privately, and then you share yours with me, again, privately.
Oh, you try so hard, and it is tempting. How about I give you a secret for your secret? But if you want my secret, it will cost 5 secrets.
So, if somebody wants to offer a secret in my place,
So someone just has to offer 5 secrets.
No, you twist. I want a secret from each of you.
Emma just shakes her head, seals her mouth shut.
We're just gonna go ahead, I suppose. Won't be sharing the secrets with you. My companions seem quite tight-lipped.
You could still share with me. I would gladly take your secret.
Aye, but you have to understand, I didn't see the point if I'm the only one doing it. Get the information we're looking
See
for.
the point of making your new friend happy?
It would feed
You have
me.
to have something? It's kind of rude.
It would fill my belly.
Respectfully, Caller, he's the first one that suggested a trade. Wait, feel your belly. How exactly does that work?
I desire only one thing. I want your secret. It sustains me. But if you would rather face what lies ahead, then your secrets I will take from your corpses. I will be there when you start to die, and I will feast.
I look over towards Eva. gauging her exact reaction to all that.
Avoiding eye contact with everyone.
At the corner.
The creature has this long, distended tongue that it runs over its teeth, and then it turns towards the ceiling and starts to climb up the wall.
Hey, if you want to just go forward.
Through that Cyclops.
Well, if any of us is up, it doesn't matter.
Aye, that's correct. Perhaps it would have been better to get as much information as we could, but who's going to lead the way in being quiet? Because I suspect neither me nor Dor nor Cyrus there are particularly silent.
You want to check out the room you're in
No.
first, Ava?
Yeah. Rummage through these books.
Scraps mostly. Nothing particularly stands out. Make an investigation check.
Oh.
With a natural 20. You don't find anything of use or think there's anything to find.
It's fair. There's no, like, secret. Pull this book. Door open.
There is not.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled for the lights of those guys walking around, as well as this cat watching us now.
One
Trying to
north,
keep tags of their
south.
location.
It's a feisty little guy.
Hey, we've got to check it out. Head down into the south room.
Are you attempting to be quiet?
Yes.
I need all of you to roll stealth checks.
I am at least.
I have
I did it.
disadvantage on this.
Got me. Turn on the roll 2 again. Gotta remember to do it every time, because you clear your fucking cookies and shit.
That's pretty good for me.
Door
It
is
is.
actually very quiet until he stubs his little toesies on a piece of brick.
Going around the corner, get the pinky.
At this point, you see what you see.
Okay. Fuck all in this room? Is that correct? Seeing 6 books.
You don't see anything that stands out.
Okay. And what if I investigate?
Roll it.
Oh, that's not gonna be good. Nothing standing out. Got it.
Nothing stands out.
Also give this room a thorough check unless anybody else wants to come help. A lot more books. Maybe something.
I just can't see where everyone is. I'm trying to stay with Ava.
Yeah, it's all good.
This room has many techs. Make an investigation.
Oh boy. Oh, that's, yep. Ain't found shit.
Something stands out that is interesting to you.
Uh-huh.
You see a fairly well-preserved piece of parchment. What languages do you speak?
Common, Dwarvish, and Celestial.
That's unfortunate. You do understand the language on it.
Really?
I'm as surprised as you are.
What script is it?
It is Celestial.
Oh. What does this scroll say? Or sorry, what does ChatGPT say now that you've prompted it to write up a scroll because you didn't expect anybody to be able to read it?
Sir, this is lore. I did the lore myself.
Yeah, I'm kidding.
You see the number 2. And then a script that
That's
says, "The world must turn, the night must fade, but always, love, your place is made. For when the sun must rest anew, the sky will call, and I'll find you."
Okay. So it just says the number 2 and then that?
Yeah. You know, I didn't feel bad about you finding that with a 4, because it's like, you can't read it. And I'm like, fuck.
Then it fucking backfired on you. Celestial Warlock, man. It felt appropriate. Okay. I'll bring this back to the group. Translate it for them. I'm not exactly sure what this means, but as it says 2, perhaps it's important? It's in
Or
nearly pristine
second
condition.
verse.
Ah, yes, that's what I mean. There might be a first, and who knows how many more.
I didn't find anything in the language I can read.
It's in nearly pristine condition, though.
Yeah, I mean, keep it.
I keep an eye out for more with script like this, though. I can read it.
So, what are we doing?
Been sitting here watching lights move.
Yeah, I know.
I'm kind of trying
I'm
to
trying to
hide
keep
my
them
light.
active. Sorry, what was that, Evelyn? You're sitting there trying to what?
Kind of like hide the light, like with a hand. It's probably not going very well, but like, so we can at least still see.
Got that page. There's another door down here, isn't there, Tony? Can I see
There
out
is.
here besides this light here?
You see
Nothing.
what you see.
Oh, okay. Quietly. Uh-oh. Okay. Is there anything in this room?
There is not.
Fuck. Back this way and join up with everybody.
That's a lot more like.
So I saw one of those things walking around. It didn't seem to see me.
Well, where did Galler go? Oh, he's just around the corner.
All right, walking around is a big stretch. They are not walking.
Or like floating.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we walk quiet, maybe it'll be okay?
Maybe we can talk our way out of it.
They seem
think
to
we're
be floating
custodians.
skulls.
I hate that.
That's what it looked like to me.
Well, onward.
We'll just convince them we're custodians. I suppose.
Can wake up your brother?
Upstairs. Upstairs. He's
Yeah, I'm just watching our back as we're moving.
What have we got on the table, Tony?
Saris, you can make a perception check. Make an investigation check.
Oh, Christ.
Cyrus, it's difficult to keep eyes of this creature. It seems to shrink in the darkness. But it's on the rafters above you, following along, occasionally snickering. Watching you.
Nope. Nothing here. I don't get the greatest attention to detail, but I don't think there's anything here.
We want to go left or right?
Evelyn, your detect magic is still running. You feel a ping that leads to a similar piece of parchment to what Bior found.
boop, boop, boop. And I pluck it up and hand it to him.
Oh, alright, you're gonna do the search from now on. What's it say, Tony?
May we all consult.
3. Though light must rise and shadows wane, my love for you will still remain. And when the sun departs in flight, we'll meet again in our twilight.
I dig through our stuff that we grabbed, and I take out that first, music sheet, and I hold it up to Bjor.
Okay.
Can you read it?
Can I read it?
You cannot.
Okay.
In fact, you speak Celestial, and there is something that happens when she presses it towards you. It's, for the briefest moment, you swear you can read it. These are familiar characters in a familiar way. And then they just shift. It's subtle. It's hard to say what changed. But then you cannot read it. Not word one of it.
Okay. Well, if you give me just a moment, and I mean a few moments. Changus. Oops, shouldn't use a resource because I'm gonna do it as a ritual.
Okay.
Take me 10 minutes.
You can spend the 10 minutes if you'd like. Or the rest of you.
Plan. Unless interrupted.
I'm gonna go tempt fate.
I'm gonna put
Move
a
here and keep an eye
protector
on him.
drone on my brother, but not activate it yet. Wait, it doesn't have a time limit, does it? Yeah, so I'll just activate it.
The only ones with light are the two in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you
Bjorn's
want
doing
to
that.
make some for yourself.
Nope. While Bjor is looking at that thing, trying to understand the language, I want to cast this.
I'm gonna hate you.
This is not
Conjure water.
conjure water all over. No.
Conjure my foot up your ass, like.
So it says an object like this, right?
A specific object known to you as long as you have seen it up close within 30 feet at least once. Alternatively, spell can locate the nearest object of a particular kind, such as a certain kind of apparel, jewelry, furniture, tool, or weapon.
Or a certain kind of paper.
Interesting.
Okay.
Paper in a particular condition, perhaps.
I'm trying to mirror what you're finding. Then take Ava and just run around and see if we can find any more.
As you cast the spell, you do get a resonance coming from the north.
All right, I'm going to grab her and say,
It's
go
touching me.
north. Need to find more.
Well, I mean, yeah, but he's doing something right now. We shouldn't leave him alone.
I look over at Bjor, who's just like staring at paper, and be like, "Ah, it's fine."
What?
Oh yes, the ritual of staring at paper. I'm definitely not casting a spell or anything.
If you two want to go, I'll stay with him. Just if anything happens,
Okay.
yeah.
No, you'll hear me.
I'll be listening for it. And I will watch the dwarf. As I imagine you can't really be looking out and casting a ritual.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
They seem a
Concentrated
little
on it.
mutually exclusive.
Yeah,
Getting
either
close.
be a
Sure.
nerd or be aware of your surroundings. One of those.
I'm sure you'd tell if someone's sprinting at you, but, you know. for all
Maybe.
the other things.
Am I getting
The
close?
books on the ground. I'm just walking
believe-
very slowly and carefully.
You believe it's to the east.
Man's just climbing over a bookshelf. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, fine.
I thought it was a bench.
As you get closer to what looks like darkness, as you can't see anything yet. You come across a bookshelf that has been downed. Various books and pieces of parchment have been scattered around it. You find what your magic is picking up. Another sheet of well-preserved parchment. This one is labeled 1.
Hey, I can't read it though, so
Correct.
I just kind of tuck it away.
I tried to read it as she's putting it in her pocket.
Yeah, the physics don't quite work in your favor.
Damn. No more pings, or is 10 minutes up?
All the pings you are getting are currently located on party members.
And I'm not seeing anything.
No.
Can we go back now?
Yeah, fine.
Evelyn, as you start to make your way back with Door... Sorry, rephrase that. Door, as you start to make your way back with Evelyn trailing behind you, a stone clatters from her direction.
Like a substantial stone or like a pebble?
Like, similar to the rock that you kicked. It sounds like maybe she has kicked one.
I
Evelyn,
grab it, and I want to throw it
Avalyn, you're walking a smooth and steady gait. You haven't kicked anything.
I look up and I glare.
You glare as two lights come around the corner.
Can I throw at the stone?
You can roll initiative.
Fat.
As soon as I figured out how to do that. It's like, how is Cyros all the way over there? And I was like, that's not Cyros.
Nope. I'm babysitting a dwarf. Do you want us all rolling, or...?
Yes. You can all play the game. It'll be fun.
Oh.
You change bird to 13, please.
There's the button. There's the button.
Brian, do you want my spot?
Nope. Shit.
Okay. And I will keep it then, because I'm gonna need to defend myself quickly.
You're just gonna need to move quickly.
Yeah, that too.
These creatures come at the approaching sound as you hear the Nothic scampering away and giggling.
I'm gonna kill that thing.
You hear them approach and then crest the corner. They are floating skulls with orange embers in their eyes, and they are shrouded in green flame.
Green flame.
Brian, you can have inspiration.
Hell yeah.
What?
It's a
Oh,
old,
you know.
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
old reference.
I'm not old, sorry. Well, I guess I am now. Fuck. I need to know old things.
Fucking newbie. Avalyn, at the start of the round,
Here's
it
the
is
wet
your
from the
turn.
wound.
That's being wet from the wound sounds like maybe you had a good night.
Yeah, okay, I pick up the rock. And I am... do I want to use a spell or just throw? And fuck it, I'm just gonna... The goal is somewhere over there. Away from us.
All right. The creatures do seem like they've perhaps noticed you at this point.
Okay, then I won't bother. I'm gonna leapfrog over door.
Leave him to die.
Yep. Kind of put my back up against this shelf. And I guess do I attack these things? No, wait. We just have to make it look like we belong. I start acting like I am organizing the shelves.
Make a deception or performance check.
Ooh, charisma, her good stat.
Yeah.
It's my stat.
It is. Yep.
Like you dumped all your points into it?
Oh yeah! I'm the best fucking librarian around!
Drawing on that real world experience.
Hell yeah, fuck all of you.
You explain to the skulls the Dewey Decimal System.
Yeah.
All right. You casually, professionally, and cleanly start organizing these decrepit old books. Anything else for you?
That's it.
Bior.
I
You
can't.
hear the sounds of a clattering stone. It sort of echoes through the room here, breaking the quiet, sending these creatures spurning forward, and you hear Avalyn perhaps vaulting over another human-sized person.
Okay. I feel like I'm not gonna know what's going on since I was focused.
Yeah,
I don't know. Am I surprised?
you are not surprised.
No. Okay. Let's see then. Can I get over here and have a look? Can I? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh.
Yeah, I can.
How much movement do you have? Are you even real dwarf enough to have 25 movement speed?
I have 30 movement.
Jesus Christ.
Lame.
Jesus Christ. You have 30 movement too.
Yeah, that's fine.
Eat shit, you fucking asshole.
Yami needs every advantage he can get. Let's be real.
Hey, Yami, how fucking hot is it over there? Eat shit.
Want my balls off.
Oh, I can see the thing. But
I'm organizing books and I give him a look like.
Yeah. You now realize some of the sounds you were hearing were aggressive categorizing.
okay.
Honest.
She starts pretending to do it, but then she's like, "Wait, this thing's really disorganized." And
Yeah, they're actually doing it.
I'll
Fucking story of my
I'll
life.
take the lead and or take the lead. I'll follow the lead and take the hint and follow the lead. I try to say both at the same time. And I will try to mimic what she's doing.
Make a performance or deception check. See, he dumped all his points into charisma too.
That's how it worked.
All right, you start aggressively categorizing, alphabetizing, organizing these bookshelves. Door.
Okay.
Oh god.
Honestly, it never gets to alphabetizing until you're through the Dewey Decimal System, and by then it's already organized.
I can't even remember the Dewey Decimal System.
You don't want to.
Do I
Are
notice
you a
them
librarian?
kind of
Yeah, either,
organized?
honestly.
Took one out on a date like 2 weeks ago. It was all right.
Dewey Decimal System?
A librarian.
Did she explain the Dewey Decimal System to you the
Oh.
entire time?
Nope. Talked about the school system a lot, but
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I'm gonna go here and start picking this stuff up.
all right. Roll a deception or a performance check.
Oh god. They're both so bad.
Jesus Christ, you guys are rolling like champs.
We're great librarians.
All right. You start cleaning up and organizing the library. Anything else for you guys?
Yep.
All right. Coming around the corner, this first... well, actually, which one is this? I should probably check to see which one. Oh, it is this first one. This first creature... Did I even start the turn order? I didn't even start it. We had more powers. Nobody even told me. Begin combat. Doop. Coming around the corner, this first creature... Not even the one I thought it was. Jesus Christ, I'm all fucked up. This is because we took a vacation.
Yep.
Coming around the corner to the south and seeing Cyros. This creature flies into the room and emits a green bead of sparks from its mouth as a single ember flies into the room, and it casts Fireball.
The worst Guardians of the Library.
To the library. The balls.
If they burn it all down, there's nothing left to guard, I guess. Job will be done.
Trying to get the template where... Well, we'll use that first damage, but I need to re-roll the template.
Can I use my dex save?
Yeah, all that. Problem is that, like, God, this fucking system is so goddamn terrible. Like, you can't scroll up.
I'm sorry, this thing doesn't have hands and therefore cannot use a tiny bit of black guano or sulfur.
True.
Oh, he got you!
Yeah, I can't
It's
use
definitely...
somatic in Will's motion.
I can't believe that he adjusted it to hit you because you said that.
Yeah, absolutely did.
I respect it, but, you know.
I do too.
It's definitely not just a spell-like ability or anything.
The Flame Skull is a 5th level spellcaster. Its spellcasting ability is blah 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 blah. It requires no somatic or material components to cast its spells. The Flame Skull has the following wizard spells equipped.
Shit.
Who would have thought that they thought about casting the magic on the magic casting creature?
Who would have thought that they had
to it, yeah.
assholes in their playtest group? Go ahead, Cyros and Kaller.
I have a
roll
16.
Dexterity save. A 16 succeeds. You suffer only half damage.
Woohoo,
A 16 likewise succeeds. I think you have fire resist.
No, my... I do? Oh, yeah.
I thought you do.
Like...
Yeah, so I take none?
You take half of half.
Half of half.
Quarter.
None would be crazy. No, it's half of half.
Oh, of course. My bad. It's a type of cream, but...
That's half and half, okay? And that's also limited in P.
We got sort of off kilter here for a bit, but yes, the fireball spell detonates. How do I get rid of this template?
Select and delete.
Yeah, we have to select what it's under first.
Yes, with the measuring, the measurement controls on the left. Click that, then click the template, then delete. Yeah, you got it.
This creature throws out a fireball that wraps around the area, lighting it up in green flame.
Green flame.
Thank you, Brad. And that is its turn.
I was
Kaller.
going to do it, but I felt like that would be like, begging for inspiration, so I didn't.
Oh. Wow.
I was gonna try to do fancy stuff like them and be all sneakified, but then I got hit by a fireball.
Yeah. Yeah, not your finest moment, to be honest.
How is Kaller looking? Or Cyros looking?
I'm fine.
Ooh.
I succeeded the save and had 10 hit points.
Cool.
I mean, I guess I'm hurt, but I'm...
Yeah, but it's not problem yet.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Let's use my Scorching Ray on this fucker.
Okay. Man, okay, now I do feel bad about everything, kind of being against you. I didn't see it before, but now I see it. A 21 hits. A 14 hits. A 27 hits.
Pew 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 pew.
It will suffer. Did that damage go off? No.
It just suffers.
What's that?
It just suffers. Doesn't do any damage. It's just upset.
Ooh. I thought it was just
Sad.
resistant. It might actually be immune. Let's check.
Why is everything fucking hate fire?
You
know that I'm a fucking
Because
fire
you-
guy.
It's because you don't call him anymore, and he's taking it personally.
You're just gonna have to trust me on this. This was not intentional. To be fair, like some of the creatures that were resistant to fire, like who would have thought that like the miasma creature was resistant?
Who would have thought that everything that we fought so far?
I mean, fire resistance is the most common resistance, right?
Thanks,
But
Kevin.
it's not 100%.
That's true.
This
It
to
is.
be
It
fair,
is
I mean,
very.
I'm
The
gonna-
number is very high.
Even the plant creature we fought that I assumed was going to
Yeah,
be vulnerable to fire damage was
that's-
resistant to fire damage.
That was dumb
that's a
and
Mavka.
unexpected.
They are fire resistant. I didn't make the creature.
I
Yeah, your mom's a Mavka. What?
You can look them
I'm
up in
not
Tome of
blaming you
Beasts.
for it. It's just kind of funny.
And also, this creature is not fire resistant. It's fire immune.
Fire immune.
Your
Oh my!
rays of fire lance into this creature. It seems unaffected. I tried to apply the damage. The game wouldn't let me. You guys wanted to use
I start
Foundry.
leaving.
Quick, Brian,
Oh.
use your inspiration to make them not immune anymore.
No, me and the bird are leaving.
Bird.
Bird, what? Gonna shoot fire at it? Great.
Let's have a pet.
Not even hell. It's just purgatory. You can't do shit.
I feel bad now. Let me check the next
Should.
monster to make sure it's not fire resistant.
You're just picking
Oh,
on Brian.
spoilers. We're gonna
constantly
fight
when-
some other monster.
Holy
You're picking
shit.
on Brian constantly when
Why
Yami
do the
and
druid's
Edge are
other
there.
thing where
The
it turns
next-
the creatures and beats the shit out of stuff?
The next creature not related to anything fire also has fire resistance.
I was just gonna go off himself.
Wow.
You
You might
Where
I
you
thought
might
Brian was your
tell.
favorite.
you might invest in something in the town that gives you some other damage types.
No, we just gotta level up so you can take the thing to ignore resistances.
Oh, that'll
Mm-hmm.
be clutch.
Now Brian's never gonna move in with you.
Yeah.
Or play the game
Not
again.
how you do this. Yeah, this is not how you make friends.
Cyrus.
Me. This thing fireballed me, so I don't think pretending to be a person's an option for me.
It seems
Uh,
deliberate.
I don't see it on the map though. I would at least know where that beam came from generally, right?
Oh yeah, you only saw no, because it glows. You should be able to see it.
Yeah, they emit light. I'd assume if they're flaming.
Yeah, I can see it.
Oh,
through
is
here.
it the little thing?
Yeah, the Widow guy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
tiny.
the little guy.
Oh, okay, it's way smaller than I thought it was going to be.
It's just a skull. It's actually very average sized.
I'm gonna do those things
Even
that
a
I
little
do.
big.
Maybe even the big side of average.
Yeah.
That little
I'm
chub.
gonna conjure my shadow next to him and make most likely 3 attacks.
Let's try it.
Have actions now, right? Didn't we do that? They're gone now. Fuck. Oh, whatever. Weapon attack. Guess it roll damage too. I didn't target though.
All right. So what are we looking at? 22 is a hit.
All right, second attack.
$26 is a hit.
Bonus action attack.
24 hits.
I do damage.
All right. Anything else for you?
Yeah, I'm gonna position myself here in case it starts getting closer. I am done. Next turn is Invis.
This creature flies into the room, sees the three of you,
We work here.
and it drops a single ember of flame in the center of the room.
Alright, fuck these guys. We tried.
What? It's a big one. Fug has a big fireball.
You hear laughter coming from the rafters.
He lied to us. He's dying. I'm killing it. I'm hunting it and killing it and using its teeth for something.
14 succeeds. You suffer half damage.
Dex save.
19.
Are you
22.
on your phone now, Ellie?
Succeeds.
And I'm gonna heat up food, so I didn't want to miss anything.
Oh. Oh, fuck, I
Door
need to do this,
suffers
too, don't I?
half damage. Bior.
We'll also
Excellent.
have
Fails
to
miserably.
You suffer full damage.
Jesus Christ.
On the
So
initiative.
we're all resistant to fire damage, right?
What's that?
I said, but we're all resistant to fire damage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
To
Brian's all like,
make it
"Oh,
fair."
I can't hurt the things made of fire," but he's not taking full damage either. I don't get upset when a guy with fire resistance shows up to every single session.
Oh, that's actually very funny.
This creature will stride forward, flying into the gloom, and it's going to drop a fireball in the exact same place.
What
I'm
a
gonna go
thing!
down. I'm about to go down.
Just don't go down.
Alright, wait, which one is doing that?
This is going to be one that you cannot see.
There's two over there?
It appears.
It's one I can't see either.
Oh, I'll have to take your word for it.
From above, you hear,
You should run. They will not pursue you. Run, run, run.
Yeah, like I trust that asshole.
saves from each of you still.
I don't see damage.
Oh, did it not roll?
Yeah, he didn't.
Oh, it rolled. It rolled damage.
I don't see it.
The first
Second
one.
one.
Yeah, the first one did, but
I gotcha.
See a second one.
I'm gonna be alive. Wait.
Man, it's
I'm
gonna
down.
it's gonna suck if you were in an area of miasma where there is no ability to recover hit points.
What's the save number?
I like this. Oh, God.
I don't know. What'd you roll?
12.
12.
I'm down.
Does not do. Really?
Yep.
Jesus
we're
Christ.
both
Yep.
down.
This is bad.
I failed both saves, so
12
I'm-
doesn't do it. 1 doesn't do it. 7 doesn't do it. 2 fireballs detonate in the top of the room, and 2 people go unconscious in the miasma. To the
in
south,
the miasma.
Avalyn, make a death save. Door, make a death save.
Bjork.
Bjor, make a death save, and Door. Oh, never mind. Hold up. Avalyn.
I didn't whisper, did I? My bad.
No,
but
but
I mean, in this case, I guess it doesn't matter.
You regain 1 hit point, which you cannot regain through any means. Avalyn, you are still unconscious, but you are stabilized. Door. Oh, sorry.
Door.
Yeah, Bjor makes a death save.
We don't all look alike.
I warned you this would happen, so fuck off. Bjor.
Fucking racist.
Yami, go.
So, is a skull a container?
No.
I would
Tony, I'll look up how to mail him a pipe bomb legally. Like,
I would usually say no. I don't think you can conjure water in it.
Damn it. Oh, wait, I had to do a concentration check. I did it!
underwater above it.
Yeah, but it's magical flame, not normal flame. You know what I mean? I'm gonna shoot the closer one. So how do I target again? Click it and hit T.
Yeah.
And then I use the lawnmower and I shoot. And I miss miserably because the thing.
Your bolt
Then
flies past it.
I go 30 feet over there. Behind whatever that is, a pillar of some sort.
You go 30 feet over there behind a pillar of some sort.
Present your turn.
Sorry, it's been so long I forgot how it works.
As this creature moves in, throws its flaming radiance, it begins to turn, its flames diminished, and it floats back out of the room from whence it came. Do you get an attack of opportunity from your baddie?
Is that a question for me?
Yep.
Yeah, I can make a text opportunity from him, and I will.
It does provoke.
Okay, great attack.
As this creature moves away, your shadow gouges into it, cleaving it into broken pieces. As the broken pieces fall, they continue to be drug along the ground, grinding into the stone as though being moved by an unseen force.
That's horrifying.
Keller, you heard a fireball and then 2 thumps.
Oh, I saw it.
2 fireballs.
Over yonder.
You move up.
Sorry, just finding the spell.
You're good, bud.
We can't be healed.
No, you can't regain hit points. You can be healed.
Eh.
So you do not think this will work in the miasma.
Ooh.
Anything else for you?
Nope.
That's me.
Bird. Cyrus.
I'm gonna move up towards the lake. 2, 3, 4, 5. Or that's 2 whispers. I can't see anything in there, right?
When you enter, you can.
That's as far, I mean, this is as far as I can go with my normal movement, so I guess I'll dash.
I
15.
think you're just controlling your shadow.
I'm sorry, you were right. He was down here, right? Had the wrong one. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Can move it there. I'm going to dash, I guess. 5, 10, 15, so 15. I'm gonna put myself kind of like here. And I will reconjure my shadow as a bonus action, which I have to fucking find him down here in the darkness. And I'm gonna put him within 15 feet of me, which I'll put him. I'm sorry, I'm moving him weird, but it's just because I can just put within 15 feet of me.
Sure.
I'm gonna put him there.
All right.
That's my whole thing.
Future, I feel it may be wise to get the lamp thing from the church.
These 2 flame skulls seem diminished after throwing out their fireball. They turn, and they float away at speed. We're going to stay initiative because you guys have people that could die. Avalon, you're stabilized. You're dying. All right.
Who next?
Door.
Yeah, you click the thing.
I feel like I should follow them. Can I still shoot them from here? Am I like peeking around the...
You can.
Yeah, screw that guy. Nope.
A 13 hits. Which one are you targeting?
Oh, I think it's already targeted.
The
This
bolt careens into this creature, knocking it off course. Continues to float away.
I guess I will pursue on previous or future turns.
Okay. You hear the sound of bone being drug against stone. Keller.
Being proficient in medicine does not allow me to stabilize. I need a healer's kit, right?
I don't think you require a healer's kit. I think healer's kit just makes it an action instead of a skill check. I don't think a healer's kit actually...
You can't fail with a healer's kit.
Yeah.
Alright, I will try to stabilize.
Alright, let's see that medicine check. That is a good bonus. You are able to stabilize Bior. So, Yami, are you going to pursue? And if you are, what are the rest of you going to do?
Drool on the ground.
You can do that?
That's my roll.
I'll pursue.
Oh, do I need to
Unless they're really fast. Like, are they faster than me?
They are
Oh,
faster
that's
than
not how
you,
it
but
works.
not much faster.
There we go.
Why
I'm
did
awake in
you
2 hours. I
Um,
think that's how it works.
I imagine even though shorter, Bjor weighs more than Ava does, right?
Probably weighs as much as Beard.
Yeah, I'm sure Bior
Right,
weighs more than Avalon.
Well, I mean, I would be more focused on getting them up than pursuing these creatures.
Okay. So I'm hearing that just Door is pursuing.
I'm gonna look towards Calder and tell him, like, kind of gesture for him to grab Ava, and like we can bring them back outside there with Miasma wasn't there.
Do you want me to just have the bird take them outside?
Fuck, that's way smarter.
I will move Ava right on top of Bjor, stand back because I know that there's fire coming, and have the bird 15 foot at a time get them upstairs.
Don't leave us alone. That fucking weasel in the rafters is gonna chew on our toes.
Ooh.
All right, so we're going
It's
to go
only-
into
I
initiative.
think-
Go ahead.
We're gonna need to go there to get them up anyway, but I think that the bird can only take 2 people, right?
Take anybody within 5 feet.
15 feet, they're 6 seconds at a time.
I would. Do you want to go with them, or do you want me to go with them?
Go with them.
I heard go with them, but I don't know if that was an answer to the question.
That was you. You go.
Okay, I'll go with them. I'll step into the bird's range too and teleport out with them.
Okay, so everyone's going with the bird? Except,
Gotta go
Yami?
back up fucking Yami because I'm not gonna let him die down here.
God damn, such a fucking strapping young man. Have an inspiration. So the bird is taking everyone else outside to where the miasma is thinner.
Mhm.
And
Aye, aye.
Haller and Door are in pursuit.
Aye aye.
All right, we're going to drop initiative to just Flame Skulls and Caller and Door.
Yeah.
So that is your turn. We'll assume the bird on every turn continues to get you guys outside. Is there a way I can actually remove you from initiative without deleting your token?
Can you? Yeah, you just right-click the token and then turn off the combat thing.
Nope, I missed.
Easy.
Oh, fuck.
Wow. Tony, what
I
have
was
you
just
done?
trying to put myself back on.
What were you, 17? 16?
I don't know, something like that.
I think your bird was 7 to 16. All right. So that was your turn. Then it was, what, Door again? Yeah.
I think the skull in front of me should move first, though, right?
No, it's your turn.
Ah, screw it, I'm chewing them.
I think so. I didn't change their initiatives. Or yours. Just Caller's.
Can't roll for shit.
Shit was never on the table for rolling. You don't hit it, though. On the initiative of 15, you hear bone being dragged against stone. On the initiative of 8, this creature moves forward. Bloop. That far. And then the next one moves forward about this far. Top of the round, it's Keller.
Trying to see what the fuck is going on. See that one guy down there? Is he still unflamed?
You cannot see the one that was unflamed. The two here are relatively fresh for, skulls.
Ooh.
All right. Anything else for you?
Who needs spell slots?
You don't need them? Oh, shit. He's going big. He's doing the moonbeam.
And who needs spell slots?
It fails and will suffer... Did it do anything? There's no way there was... Oh, I applied the damage to Kevworth. That's fine to me.
Thanks. I wasn't dead enough. Conscious enough.
It suffers 8 radiant damage. I was like, there's no way it's immune to radiant damage, too.
Then I just go like that. And then
All right.
That would be pretty funny.
That would be pretty funny. Initiative 17 again. It's Door. I tried so hard to say Bior.
So can I see the light still?
Yeah, you can still see the light.
I mean, they're glowing. If they were a mile away, you could probably see them. Maybe not a mile, but...
Yeah, I mean, you can actually see the light on your screen.
Alright, so I can go here, just in the door. No pun intended. And he's just getting moonbeams. I will hit one day. And that is tomorrow.
Not today. Another bolt sails into the darkness. Initiative of 15, you hear more sounds of bone being drug and then stopping early. Initiative of 8. This creature moves forward. And then forward. And then this creature moves forward. Leaving you in the darkness save for the light being cast by Moonbeam. Caller, it's yours.
Hey. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to move my fucking template again, because it's stupid.
I think it's measurement controls in the top left.
I can move that to there, but I can't see none, so that's what we got.
All right. Door.
Even if I wanted to, I'm not gonna. Well, I could.
You could dash.
Screw it. Going as soon as I can click on my guy. Dashing.
As you turn the corner, you see there is an entrance to a gated room. Outside the room is a statue. The statue is what appears to be of the same scribe that you saw outside the building in the square leading in. It has a stern, angry face and has 2 pinpricks for eyes that are green little sparks. The fragments of broken skull from the first flame skull float up into the air in front of it, and they start to weld back together by unseen forces.
That's not good.
On its turn, It is being reconstituted. Initiative of 8. You see another flame skull makes its way over to the statue. And as it gets within a few feet of it, you see the flames on it start to grow hotter, wilder, and stronger, like when you first encountered these creatures. And the next flame skull, in turn, does the same thing. Keller.
Having no idea how terrible it is down there, he's going to keep moving. There.
You go through the door. Or in this case, inside the door.
Ooh.
Going to move it over there.
Okay. You are in the same spot as door.
I have enough movement to back out once I've done there. I just need to see what was going on.
Okay. Disrespectfully, one might say, you drop the moonbeam on their little congregation.
Oh shit, 19 damage. Oh, that's not it.
Alright, 2 will suffer. Probably do this manually, it's probably easier. As the pieces for 1 are being reconstituted, they are blown apart again by the radiance that Kaller is dropping on them. The second
the
one
statue take any damage?
does not appear to. The second one seems to suffer full damage and suffers 19. Why is it doing that? Minus 19. And the third suffers 9. All right. Anything else for you, Kaller? Good turn.
I cry.
I want to take a pot shot at the statue. Because I have nothing else to do besides run. So we're going to do it. Oh, of course, I hit the freaking stone statue.
Make a... Okay. Roll a D100.
Oh boy. That's not how to spell roll. Why not?
You hit the statue. There is a flash of light, and all 3 flame skulls drop onto the ground, their flames winking out. Give me a second.
Huh, indeed.
Yeah, it's pretty... Huh. Huh.
Is the only answer to that.
The rest of you are escorted outside, slowly but surely, through the efforts of Kaller's bird. Door and Kaller, You see that the statue seems to hum and spark. And the skulls are still on the ground, but very faintly shuddering every moment or two. What do you guys do, if anything?
Snore a bit.
Yeah, that checks out.
Do you have a way to break the statue? Or
Not if arrows don't, or bolts don't break it.
well, it did something. Did it again.
Can I go pick up one of the skulls?
Sure.
Move the moonbeam so he doesn't stand in it.
That's a good thing to keep in mind. He probably wouldn't have checked first.
It would have downed me.
Give me a second.
Once we're outside, I'm gonna like wrap what injuries I can with bits of like bandages and cloth, but I know it's not gonna heal them or anything, but I'll be doing that and keeping an eye out.
All right. Oh, sorry, I have to do one more thing. You make your way over. You pick up one of the skulls. It's hot to the touch, but not unpleasantly so. It seems to shake in your hands very subtly.
That's unnerving. I want to go, I guess, into a corner away from the statue, break it and see what happens.
You break it into how many pieces? Like how thorough?
Not that I'm there, but no less than 60 seconds, I'd say.
No less than 60 pieces. Is that what you said?
You said for no less than 60 seconds, I think.
Yeah. So I'm kind of just like stomping on it for 60 seconds.
Okay. You get it to break down into dozens of small pieces. When you finish your work, it seems like they're very, very minimally moving towards each other.
What the hell? Does the statue have glowing green eyes anymore? No.
They're dimmed, and the statue seems to almost spark. You see sort of these shearing lights coming off of it every few seconds.
Where is the statue?
It'd be right to your right. As you attempt to move into this room, you see that there is a shimmering field that seems to protect it from entry.
I was just trying to find the statue. I'm gonna just start trying to beat on it with a scimitar and just fuck up its face.
You make your way up to the statue. And give me a second. It's been a while. There's a thing for this. I just had to find it.
And it is resistant to metal and fire. Haha.
I mean, yeah. Stone.
The worn stone statue has a hollow. As you approach, its mouth hums out. Etched beneath it is the inscription, "When the quiet was broken, only a louder quiet restored it." You start wailing on it with your scimitar. And as you do, you hear snickering laughter from the rafters above.
work. Won't work.
I don't have the silence spell.
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah.
It is not about silence or magic, but silence elsewhere. You should have taken the deal. So close I was to seeing your death and having your secrets.
Outside, what are you doing?
I'm trying to tend to like their wounds the best that I can as a non-medical professional. Just what I've learned in my time adventuring.
Okay. For most purposes, it's enough to make them comfortable, stop the bleeding, keep their airways clear. You don't think that they're in any danger of dying. This place is dangerous, though, and you're going to have to keep them outside of the miasma if you ever want to, if they are to have any hope of waking up.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the
I
archives.
have no potions. I have no potions or anything, so I'm just waiting for the others to come here, just keeping guard over them.
Fair enough. In the archives, what are you doing?
Door.
I have no idea.
Hey, door.
You know, there's one thing in here that keeps making sound. We
Us?
could silence.
Oh, the cat thing? I stare up at the last thing in the capital.
Then you would never open the way. You don't know how to get past. I do. I offered to tell you. But you spurned me. And now you threaten to hurt me.
Well, I could get in. I just don't want to go in without my friends. Pretty sure Door could too.
I shrug.
The creature is high enough up that only you can really see it, Caller. And it considers you for a long moment. And then finally it says,
Would it be easy for you?
Yes.
Then you have no need for me. I will wait for you to fail.
and it starts to recede into the darkness.
I just kind of go up to this wall and pat the stone.
Okay. You make your way
And I
up
look
to
at
this
Door.
wall. Mhm.
I mean, we could just go through.
The stone?
Yeah.
I can go into the stone.
Yeah, then you can come out the other side.
I can come out where I came in and went in.
What are you guys doing?
Drooling
Besides-
on PR.
Besides
We should
reading
go
your
make
spell
sure
list.
that they're not dead, though, because that'd be great. Unless you want to stay here and crush up the skulls some more.
It's more or less to give us time.
I mean, we could bring them with us.
Is that a good idea? I say half scorched to death.
Yeah, I'd bring them with me. Stuff them in a fucking bag. All the skull fragments.
You stuff one solid skull, one broken skull, and one severely stomped on broken skull into a bag.
They're not a threat until they get back to this thing and get recharged. So if we keep them with us, when we come back down, they're not going to be Bernie.
Throw them outside. Fuck you.
I know.
And then he
let's eat
starts
them.
leaving. And then he grabs Door by the back of the head because he knows that he can't fucking see and drags him out. Or leads him out, rather. Because we have no light down here.
You make your way back to the surface and find your teammates and the care and professional consideration of Cyros.
They're not great, but their wounds are wrapped. I kind of give him an I tried look.
Assuming that you leave the building, the miasma is thin enough here that they can recover.
I wake him up.
With magic!
A good slap on the cheek, because I've run myself pretty dry on magic so far.
Unfortunately, they have been rendered unconscious. They might be some time before they wake up on their own. Or via the administration of your slaps.
Slappy slaps.
Fine, they each get a cure wound.
Woo!
First one's going to 8.
If you
Second
give me one, I
going
can do him.
Alright. Avalyn, you receive some healing, and then you in turn give Bior some healing.
Yes, you can save some.
I open up the bag and show Cyros those skulls.
I look a little confused.
They were going back to a statue and like getting their power back and then coming back to blow us up. So I figure if they can't get to the statue, it'll be better for us.
I nod. Makes sense. Good thinking.
And I think I pissed off the baby Cyclops.
Thought we did that already. What's it gonna be?
No,
more
we
pissed off?
irritated it. I think I angered it.
I kind of shrug. Is what it is. I'm not concerned about him. Are we all awake?
Should be.
DM, are we awake?
You are all awake.
Yeah. Kill it. Kill the little gremlin. You lied. I am. Oh god, why am I on VR?
I just pat her on the shoulder and help her up.
Thank you. Did we get the thing?
No, there's like a magic wall they can't get through. Some kind of says something about silence needs to be beaten by bigger silence or some bullshit.
I take out the note that I found. What did it say again?
I don't know. What did it say?
I did not write it down fast enough when you
Which-
said it. It said something
why
about
don't you roll that
silence
in?
and stuff.
Which one are we
Before
talking
we
about?
before we found the verses and the creatures.
Where battle raged, it was not sword or spell that ended the bloodshed, but a whisper, harsher than thunder, soft as peace, from the On the War of the Words and the Still Tongue.
No, not that. After that.
Even the loudest voice quiets before the librarian's wrath. Silence is golden and sharp when shouted by such a expletive.
Yeah, that one.
It's something about more silence. I don't know what. I can't figure it out.
Tony, can you write that in the thingy, please?
I will take. Would it be safe to say that I'd have some kind of cloak? I know I had one to begin with, but I don't know if I necessarily said I ever got one again.
I assume you would have replaced everything that you had with you.
Cool. I want to take the cloak and use it to like tie up the all the skulls and bones and shit, so we can leave them out here. If those with the skulls would let me.
You can do so.
I would kind of wrap up all like the skull, the broken skull, and the bone dust, and just like a sort of makeshift bag, and toss it outside of this place.
You do so.
So we have to go back in, right?
Yeah, but we don't know what's behind the barrier. Maybe, is Bjorn dead?
Poke him in the ribs.
He went BRB a while ago. He's probably on his toilet for another 45 minutes.
Yeah, without knowing what the rest of the verses say, I think that's going to be the key to it.
Yeah, we need Bjor for that. Well, we've got all three. Can I look at the music sheet and see if 3 verses is enough, or are we looking for more?
Well, we need a chorus, maybe a bridge.
Looking at the music sheet, you don't know that if these are related at all. Just looking at them, the verses that you found seem to be written in Celestial, whereas this other bit, it's completely indecipherable. It doesn't even look like the same language to you.
Hey, he's back.
Does it look like abyssal or infernal or druidic?
Not to you.
Does it look like
if
common?
Bjor answered, he would
now.
say, yeah, I got you. If he answered, he would say, it's like the language is shifting or veiled in some way.
You're awake,
also-
and you have 8 health.
Okay, and you have an extra 8 health. Fuck. It didn't roll well.
You're privately rolling.
Oops, okay. Yep. Well, yeah, you got 8 health. From a cure wounds.
You should probably do that to yourself. Brian got me
I
like
did.
60.
Oh. Okay, I'll take it then.
I think Dor's kind of hurt too. If you want to throw it his way.
Still like half smoldering.
Just smoking.
That's not what I meant to do. Okay, Yami, take 8 health.
I will
Sweet.
take out the note marked 1 and hand it to Bjor.
Okay, and what's it say, Tony?
Ugh, it's at the top of my notes. A lot of pages here.
Fuck. And then I'll ritual cast comprehend languages. Understand that
It
musical
says
page.
Twilight's Lullaby. Hush, my child. Sorry, 1. Hush, my child, the dawn is near. I'll guard your dreams, you've naught to fear. When your stars do fade and my sun's above, I'll wrap you in a mother's love.
Hey. And then what does the musical page say? Obviously, I'll share that with everybody too. But...
The musical page, you don't seem to be able to read.
Oh, but if I... sorry, I'm going to ritual cast comprehend languages.
As you look over the language with comprehend languages, you don't think this is an issue where the language is wrong.
It's hidden.
Seems to be obscured from you in some way.
Okay, so it would be...
the longer you look at it, the more it seems to hurt you. It causes a headache sort of behind your eyes.
I will try to ritually cast Identify by adding a new lens to my goggles and pulling them down on the music sheet.
When you cast Identify on it, you can very easily determine that it is protected by magic, illusion, and conjuration.
I tell the team.
Okay, well... don't know what to do about that. Can I understand it at all?
I don't really have anything in my bag of tricks for that.
What either? What about you, Dor? Oh, alright.
No, you woke up, so you lost consciousness.
There can only be one Kevin at a time.
Unconscious Dor.
They share the same brain cells.
No, I went to go get water. What's happening?
Yeah, the music sheet is has illusion and conjuration magic on it. Is that right?
Correct.
Did I misspeak? Yeah, okay. Second guess myself about the conjuration. Okay, and where exactly are we? Are we just at the front of the place, or?
Yeah, you would be just outside. Let me go ahead and throw you back on the landing page.
Just checking. Excuse me.
So we have 2 options: go downstairs and try to figure out the riddle, or go back and show all what we found to the nerd and see if she has any ideas.
I think we should at least write down the riddle.
Right, that's a good idea. We're not in the best of shape. So if those things come at us again, I'm not sure what we'll do.
There was a hole in the statue. Maybe one of the keys fits. I don't fucking know.
That's true, I do got a bunch of keys. If not a key, then maybe that fucking Cyclops' head can fit in there.
He gets very mad when you suggest you should kill him.
Well, maybe he shouldn't have lied to me and nearly had me die.
Technically, he didn't lie. He said he was going to watch us die and then eat our secrets.
He said if we act as though we were custodians and stuff, or if we show that we're custodians, it'll be fine. So he needs to die.
Well, he didn't tell us exactly what we had to do.
I'm mad. I'm shooting him if I see him.
Cyros.
Aggressive.
See, even my brother agrees.
Silence is only sometimes consent.
Are you the executor of his estate? Like, do you have his power of attorney?
Uh-huh. See, not arguing.
Well, silence is consent.
Sorry, guys, I'm trying to get dinner made real quick.
That's okay.
Aren't you on the East Coast?
Yeah, I haven't eaten yet today.
Jesus. Poor boy's gonna die.
I'm kind of retarded, but, you know, that's on me.
Do that frequently, too.
That's what we all are, so it's good.
What did I miss? I'm
definitely
sorry.
retarded.
You guys were just waking up when you were arguing about who healed who when I left.
Haven't been gone.
We were just talking about riddles and then debating if we're going back down to try to figure it out or what.
For sure. I think we should go back down.
I'm gonna shoot the gremlin if I see him.
Oh, and she wants to shoot the Nothic if we see it.
I think we avoid doing that because I don't think we want an extra fight if we can avoid it.
So you tossed a bag of crushed skulls somewhere, right?
Yeah, out the door. Like, I wrapped them up in my cape and, like, just toss that shit to get later.
Close the door, lock it.
Yeah.
I was gonna see if they're still moving.
I can go check.
Wait, you've got him in a bag?
Well, cape, cloak.
What? They've not just set it on fire?
No, they had to go to the statue to get refired.
Refired.
Oh, it sounds like quite a bit safer in there, perhaps.
Well,
no.
I wouldn't go that far, but at least we won't have to worry about these at the moment until they break free from the cloak and weasel their way downstairs again.
Hey, alright. That's fair.
But, Dor did kind of shoot the statue in the face and made it, like, inert for a little while at least.
And we shouldn't wait too long.
No, we should get moving. Let's go.
We go.
You descend back into the archives. When you enter into the long hallway that precedes the larger room where you fought, you hear snickering.
I load my gun.
From the rafters as you approach, you hear,
"You're back. You're
game.
here. What vexes you? Why are you upset?"
I'm gonna put my hand over the top of her. She can't raise her gun up anymore.
I try. It's like, ugh.
Yeah, just like I put my arm in front of her so she can't get.
Fucking.
Your rage. Why?
Because of you. Said if we were as custodians, then nothing. Then they would, you know, they'd be like whatever. It didn't happen at all.
Custodians follow the rules. They are quiet and know the way through.
I hate you.
I mean, technically, we were quiet. You weren't.
Yeah, you did it. It was you.
You're right. I will concede you this point. Perhaps a new deal that weighs in on my mischief.
Squint.
He says, it.
3 secrets for each skull you burn to ash. 3 secrets, 1 from 1 and 1 and 1. And I will tell you how to proceed safely.
Did he, if I'm understanding, he's saying those skulls counted as secrets, or he wants more secrets?
He wants less secrets because we got rid of skulls.
Yeah.
Got it,
he
okay.
He's willing to
That's what I
trade
thought.
3 secrets for his secret.
I look towards the others besides my sister, who probably I want to talk.
I pat you on the back. You got it.
I need 2 other people.
Oh, Dora's a coward. Who's surprised? I was alright with it before.
I'll look towards Galler.
Sure.
The creature
After you.
waits.
I look up towards the. Sure. Which trade you
I
see?
put my hands over my ears.
It must be good. A core secret.
If I see Dor not doing that, I'm gonna kick Dor.
What, putting my hands on my head?
On your ears!
Oh, we can just leave the room.
I don't want to leave them alone with this thing.
I leave the room.
I'll look towards the others and I'll speak up first. Where we're from. I serve as a member of the Hoppers, those who help those who cannot help themselves and protect the realm. When I first joined in their ranks, I was not as good as I am now. I took bribes and took money that I could. And I'll wait to see if it says anything.
So I heard you took bribes so that you could, and then you cut off, or was that
Oh,
it?
I'm sorry. No, I took bribes and took money where I could.
Oh,
I've become better since.
Breaking
Sorry,
up a bit, by the way.
Yeah, I'm in the kitchen trying to get this
Oh,
cooking done.
yeah, you're far away from you. Yeah, okay. That's right, I remember.
I apologize. I just don't want to be out here for long because it's 99 degrees in my house. Outside of
okay.
my room.
the creature seems to consider you from the rafters and says,
That is a good secret. How long have you walked beside these people and kept your duality hidden?
Many years now.
He seems to scan each of you and says,
I wonder, do you want to know which of them thinks less of you now?
I don't.
the creature purrs and then waits for another secret.
Well, in the past, similar to Cyrus, I was a bit different. I did not have what I do now. And for a time, I will be eternally embarrassed of this, attempted to be a bard, writing poetry and reading it out in public. And thinking back on it, it was a mistake. It's horrendous. And I was a bit of a laughing stock. Sniffling isn't part of it.
Your embarrassment is not your greatest secret. I can feel one beneath the surface. It begs for freedom. Will you not give it room to grow?
With the respect, you didn't say the greatest secret, you just said a good secret.
The creature reels up and hisses, but does not argue with you further.
Okay. Right, who's next?
There was a time I inadvertently made a cult, and we might have been summoning demons on the prime material plane, and I never did anything about it. Bye.
What?
Oh, there is story there. I would hear more. Tell me more.
No, that was the secret.
There is a huffing sound, and you hear the creature's claws sort of sinking into the wood that it rests on. And then finally it says,
Your secrets taste foul, but they will feed. And I will give you the truth. And one more. I would tell you this. One among you is a murderer. A proper murderer of an innocent soul. And they are only waiting for opportunity, motive to do it again. Would you like to know which one?
I shake my head no, but don't speak up.
No. You carry murderers with you. You don't want to know who did it. To whom?
No one here has hands that are free of blood.
the creature huffs again, disappointed that you don't give it the engagement it wants. And it says,
Your truth, then. The password must be shouted, must be yelled. But it is not the word for silence, but the word that commands it.
You don't care to share what a specific word would be.
Even I have lost some secrets to time. Perhaps another secret would jar my memory.
You've not lost it, you're just being intentionally obtuse.
Someone just slips up like 100 bill. Yeah. Just jog your memory.
Like that scene in.
Are we? Where are we? Are we down by the statue again?
You're probably just in the entrance of the hallway and not quite at the statue. If you travel there, it would follow you.
Yeah, I'm gonna just start walking that way.
Yeah, right.
Do you?
Seeing
I'm
them
done with
go,
this bitch. Cryptic piece of shit.
I go and get door.
Go get door.
As you grab door and pass under it. Evelyn, were you waiting outside with door? Or just earmuffs?
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right. You pass under the creature and it laughs. And otherwise does not accost you any further. You find your way back to the statue. There are gouges in it from
It's a
various
lazy
weapons that
man,
have hit it.
I cock my gun.
I just like start throwing out like words. I'm like, shh, shush, hush.
What's
quiet,
the first thing you
silent.
say?
Shh.
The barrier falls.
You're welcome.
Fucking good one.
When the barrier falls, you hear a popping sound as the magic winks out of existence. The room beyond, much like other parts of the archive, looks like it has been ransacked. But you do find several bound tomes that are heavy, thick, and indeed magically protected. They seem to have various bits of data that range from city locations, more census data, and what looks to be sort of a sophisticated version of an almanac for these places, as well as birth records, death records. It mounts to several tomes and a codex that is meant to sort of help categorize and guide people to various bits of useful information for it.
While they
Grab
are
the codex,
pouring
get
over
the almanac.
while they are pouring over that, I am going to ritually cast detect magic.
You do so. You find the tomes. You find various bits of things that have been collected. Might be relevant. You do notice that Avalyn's trinket that she received from Svela is magical.
Yeah, I just kind of assumed that.
And let me just still check, make sure I didn't miss anything. Guy's got 4 scrolls, some stuff, some lore stuff. I think that's everything.
Yeah, he's just gonna like make a once over around the walls and shit, looking for movable walls because this seems like that kind of place.
Roll a
I'm gonna
D100.
go along the shelves. Sorry.
Sorry, I didn't hear you, Tony.
Roll a D100.
Luck check.
You find a small coffer that, when opened, reveals that it has about 150 irons, and a healing potion. Well, a red potion. There's a fine golden thread wrapped around the stopper.
Gold? No, I'm kidding. Any more shit written in language we can't read?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a brief scan for any books that I feel like would be interesting for us or for Theodore.
You think most of the salvageable material in general is in these older tomes that you have located now. You do find snippets here and there, but nothing that stands out as, obviously relevant. You find a few supporting texts that mention what seems to be like maybe a more primitive version of what the Sailor Witches do at the Bloodsworn. And kind of looking it over, you think you might have some crafting ideas that might be applicable.
Okay.
But
is there any books on dryads or known groves?
Roll a D100. You do find some mentions about a grove in the area, but nothing that gives like any great insights into dryads or the grove itself.
Okay.
You do find that in the text, though, it mentions something similar that Caleb had thought, which is that the spirits here seemed artificial. And it specifically goes on to describe glyph strings. You would know glyph strings are sort of like magical programming. It's a series of glyphs that tells magic what to do and how to do it. And it compares the spirits here to these sort of automated responses.
Okay, I will grab that too.
All right. Anybody else doing anything?
I'm just gonna hand Cyrax over here the money and the potion.
How
Fuck
dare
you.
you! How dare
Fuck
you!
you.
I assume this is not a Mortal Kombat reference then.
No.
No. You both are waiting for me to say that.
I had no idea what you were gonna say there. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, but I hand you the 150 irons and the potion.
Sure. I'll put those in my inventory. Which I know how to do, but I'm just seeing if you guys know how to do.
I'm gonna ask people to help me look for books on plants and growing.
Yeah.
How much was it? How much gold was it, or money was it?
150 irons.
And that's the bigger of the money, right?
That's the gold, yeah.
Okay. I'll add it to what I have.
Yeah, I figured you can't heal, so you should have the potion. And I still think of you as a leader, so you get the money.
Yay!
Meanwhile, I'm carrying the other money.
And you already spent a third of it.
I'm not allowed to touch the money.
On us!
Door's also not allowed to touch the money.
I agree.
I don't know how to add a healing potion to my inventory.
You hear that, Door? You have to give Bior back his wallet.
So, Hunter, top right of the sheet, 3 dots, plutonium import, like the 3 dots next to the X. Plutonium import, items, open importer, type in. Well,
Importer?
I guess we don't know. Yeah, so plutonium import, right? And then open importer at the bottom right after you selected items on the left.
Okay.
And then, what is it? It's a healing potion?
It's a red potion.
Yeah, we don't know.
You can identify it
I
either
will-
magically or the old-fashioned way, which involves you
Drinking it.
taste touching it.
Put
I
in
add it to my inventory as a healing potion, but I will let you know
Yeah,
either
there
that
you
it's
go.
just a red potion.
Yeah, you can. I mean, you can always just edit it and change the name to Red Potion or whatever. But either way, as long as you remember.
I will.
Yeah, I want to try and find books on, or at least a book on, how they brew things and ways that like worked well.
Roll a d100. At this point, your selection's getting fairly, sparse.
Yeah, I am going to do a quick perusal for any theology that refers to the other gods rather than the one god.
Roll a d100. The real problem here is you think there's a lot of knowledge. It's just so old, decrepit, and poorly kept. Kaller, you do find some theology pieces. What you find is the oldest versions seem to match what the church had given you. A long time ago, there was a great war. Only one god survived the Great War, and that was Arvale, the unyielding flame.
Arvale is the only name I've gotten. I was just trying to see if I could find other names.
You actually can. That much you can do. You'll find various names here and there. You'll find that Arvale had a wife that he lost in the war, whose name was Veyrana. But
All right.
you can also add another 24 names, give or take, various aspects from that war, which I don't have prepared. But if you need them
it's
for
fine.
a reason,
I
can
don't
give you.
need them. It is just theory crafting kind of shit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Anyone else doing anything?
I'm
Aside
still
from
keeping an eye out.
open look for the books.
Iris has. They look like they have the books handled. I'm just gonna keep my eyes peeled.
I guess anything on utilizing metals that are corrupt with the darkness or miasma or whatever.
Roll a d100. At this point, even scarcer selections.
I'm not rolling well.
You find a text that is very badly beaten that seems to indicate that maybe they found adamantine or mithril or some other type of exotic metal that had been infused with the darkness, the miasma. And they indicated that purifying it was dangerous because it released the miasma back into the world.
Alright, go ahead, pocket that one. Any other topics we want?
No, I just grab like a handful of these sturdiest looking books and carry them with me so I can give them to a girl.
All right.
Anything in particular that we need?
And there were some
Excuse
that
me.
were magically locked, right?
Yeah, the part of the codexes were magically
Oh,
locked.
yeah. Grab those. I think that's it. There's just one stop I want to make on our way out.
I feel like this is not going to go well for something.
Don't worry about it. Are you worried about it?
Assuming that you have all gathered everything you would like, you can make your way out.
If Kaller still has detect magic going, I'm gonna ask him to check the other side of this area that we found the one the number one sheet on one side, but we didn't check the other side, so I'm gonna ask him to check that side.
You find no additional pieces to this lullaby.
Okay, nothing else magical.
Nothing else stands out or triggers your senses.
Alright, then my last stop is going to be one of the locked areas where you said that there was a bunch of repairing tools and stuff. I'm going to grab a bunch of those.
You can find your way there. Most of it seems oriented towards like preserving or making scrolls or binding books, but a lot of them are multi-purpose. Whether you intend to deliver these or use them for those purposes or modify them to something else, you can find a decent collection of older tools that seem to have survived moderately well.
Alright, cool. And that's all I have in mind.
All right. You make your way out of the depths of this building, back towards the surface, and presumably back to the safer, better lit parts of Shadesmoor.
As we're walking, I kind of look at old boy, and I'm like, listen, I don't think any less of you for taking bribes and trying to make your way in the world. And then I'll look over at Bjor, but slam poetry.
I'm not sure I describe it that way, but it was awful. Listen, it was a misguided time in my youth. It was bad decisions. It's the only
Yeah, I'm
way
gonna
I
have to consider going with you anymore. I'm sorry.
That's a bit harsh.
And he just kind of chuckles and keeps.
So if you
trucking
actually
on.
heard it, I wouldn't blame you. It was awful.
As long as we don't have to hear it, it'll be fine.
It's all long gone, long lost. I definitely don't remember.
Oh god, he's
any of it.
starting again.
No, I'm not going to. No, just take your
Hammers.
gun and shoot me if I ever
Magic
do.
hammers through the
Oh,
air.
how I swinging through the air.
Bailey, have an inspiration.
I already have one.
Tragic.
Oh Lord.
You find your way back to Shadesmoor, either towards the Mist Ward, where Svela resides and your own home is not too far, or you can go elsewhere, maybe to return these items to Theodora.
Yeah,
What do
probably
you do, if
that.
anything?
To
Yeah,
Theodora.
going back to her, I think.
Makes sense to me.
All right. You make your way back to Theodora's own archive. Smaller, cleaner, better kept. And find her busy at work poring over, it looks like some questionnaires that have been returned to her by some very unfortunate city folk, as she is categorizing them in proper triplicate. She practically beams at you when she sees you approach.
Hello, do you have an empty table or something? We got a lot.
She brings you to an area very specifically laid out for new arrivals and things like that. And she is positively vibrating with excitement as you start to unload the goods.
Alright, most interesting thing we found is this music sheet. Seems to have some sort of magical ward on it that we can't read the sheet.
She takes it and says, "Oh, this is perplexing. What?" She continues to stare at it a little harder. "I see what you mean. I'm not sure what to do about this."
Sure, we can find somebody to crack it.
Give me a day with it, and then, yes, that might be the best thing. Why would they scribe something like this in secrecy?
Don't know. It was hidden.
Must be a song of some sort of mockery, maybe, for a noble?
That would be hilarious.
And the rest, and she'll kind of go over each of the items with you, see what you found. She seems very interested in a lot of what you've brought back and deems to categorize, rewrite, and appraise it all. She does give each of you a questionnaire. It's about 50 questions in triplicate.
I take all their sheets.
Little.
Detail your encounter, everything that happened. And she says, "This is truly wonderful. I will need some time to go through the data and to work on this bit of cryptic piece of music. But you've more than fulfilled your obligation. I am very grateful."
Oh, I wasn't sure if you had any, so we saw a little area and I found these tools.
Some of these could be very useful and prevent me from having to retrieve the smiths for such an effort. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And she seems a little confused. Did I promise you payment?
Probably.
I.
Oh, and do you remember that amount? She sort of pulls out what looks like a coffer that she keeps under her desk and starts to go through a series of locks on it. And you can see...
just whatever you feel is fair.
We didn't talk about it specifically.
Oh, that's good. She looks over at you, Bior, a door still smoking somehow.
Why would that be good?
Well, I didn't know if I'd promised you an amount. But it seems like you've gone to great effort. Here. And she divvies out 350 irons.
Each.
Total.
Too bad. Nice try, though.
And
should have said she agreed on the 800 or something earlier.
So unironically, like, she totally would have bought that.
I was getting that feeling, but then it's like, we're not that bad.
You had the opportunity to take advantage of this poor librarian, and you guys chose to be good people. I'm going to give each of you a round of applause.
Oh, yeah. I didn't have one of those yet.
Yeah, I haven't.
Where do I put that? Is that inventory?
I think it's up your ass.
Add it to your 5th level spells.
Sweet.
Done.
And in addition, if you ever need anything that I can help with, besides what I can find from going through this data, I would be more than happy to assist.
I'm mainly curious about this one, and I'll point to the beaten book. I think this one right now is very important, as we do have access to metals that are infused with the darkness, and I did a brief skimming of it, and it says that if it was purified, the miasma would come out of it. So if there's more information in this one, I think it would be good.
She says, it might take me some time. I don't know, at least a few days, maybe a week to go through this. It could probably go faster if you were willing to help.
Yeah, if I'm around, I'm happy to.
Wonderful. Wonderful. And each of you, will you be helping as well?
Oh, look, I think I hear my mom calling.
I'm afraid I've taken quite the beating.
I'm gonna gesture like with my head towards him, and I go, "She's calling me. I'm gonna go too."
Slut.
Door says nothing, but doesn't leave, so...
Door keeps the door open. Just
Or
Open the door for everybody else.
He's the door stop.
yeah.
Doesn't stop breathing.
Only because you want me to.
I almost leave with Eggery, but I remember it last second, put it down.
Eggery, honestly, take it or leave it. He is agreeable, and as you all leave, you can leave Evelyn and Theodora to talk amongst themselves and start to categorize things. Are you going to be resting, short or long?
For sure, short. Probably
At
long.
least a short.
Probably at least a short.
All right.
Even a couple shorts, and I can heal people
Are you
up.
doing a short rest with the intent of doing a longer one if possible?
Always.
I think it's a week, right? So it depends if something pops up.
Yeah, are we gonna get eaten while we're
So
resting?
it's
is
always
anyone,
going to
like,
depend
100?
on what happens with downtime, right? Like if something happens, we'll interrupt it. But otherwise, what I'm asking is if we'd like to go into your long rest and start your downtime.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah.
And if something pops
That's
up, we'll
reasonable.
just say we didn't get the long rest.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
We'll just
Yeah.
adapt like we did last time. So
Lovely.
Yep.
for this week, Evelyn, you've got a lot of big projects. You're probably not going to have time for all of them. So you're going to have to pick and choose between working on your personal weapons, working on the smith's weapon, helping Theodora. Your outcomes might change what's available to you at the end of the week. Each of the rest of you, if you have things you want to try and do, this is a good time to put them into the downtime chat. And then lastly, if you have some time, what are we, session 8, 9? I suppose you guys can level.
Oh shit.
Now, is that happening regardless of long rest or not, or should we wait to do that?
You should do that now while the game is open. Unless you
7.
have somewhere else you just particularly want to be.
Clicking
Based on
me
your
up.
uploads.
No. I don't particularly want to be anywhere else. I was thinking.
Level 4 to 5. Do I take dark vision?
Why start now?
Yeah, when would it have been useful up to this point?
Just all the time. You know, maybe Eyes of the Runekeepers. I can read all writing and you can eat shit. Kidding.
No, that's
can
literally what
try.
that says. It says, all right underneath it, you can read all writing, your DM can eat shit.
Click the level up button and it didn't do nothing.
Well, you're a druid, right?
Certainly am.
Do you may not have any choices, so it might have just bumped you up to level 6 and then added the spells to your spell book if there's anything new. But at level 6, you don't get new spell levels. So yeah, no, I think you just get extra spell slots, right? Did it
We're going to
increase
level 7, right?
No, we're going to level
6.
6.
Level 9? Okay.
6. I get another ASI.
Yeah, see.
Oh, okay. Well, I have to
Fancy.
go with those infusions. I think a good radiant weapon and enhanced arcane focus would be great for everybody.
Probably.
How do you do this level up thing?
So yeah, I mean, you see a little arrow to the right of where it says level 5? It's like level 5 star, 3 dots, and then up arrow.
Yeah.
You click the up arrow. Why are you on your phone?
Why not? I've been
I don't
going
know.
between this
You
room
sound
and
like
the
you're
other.
Sound like you're down a hallway. Not a
Hot
big
dog
deal.
down hallway. How do you
Yep.
stop concentrating on something again?
You go into effects. Yeah, and click the little head icon.
Delete. Where'd my level go? Just hit it.
Oh, my tool proficiency just fucking double.
Yeah, I
Did
got a wildfire feature, but I'm gonna have to enter it manually.